All right, ESPN NFL analyst Lomas Brown is back with us, champing at the bit. Looking at that graphic, we've got about 5 teams that have a chance at going to the playoffs, depending on what happens tomorrow. What is that NFC bubble team to you that has the most to prove?
It's got to be the New York Giants. Look, you're talking about the defending Super Bowl champions, a team that had a similar season, regular season last year where they struggled. They were probably a 500 team, got hot late, got a chance to get into the playoffs and made a Super Bowl run. I think these guys still have the same mindset that if they can get in the playoffs, I think they really believe that they can make a run in the playoffs. So to me, I think because they feel that way and they are the defending Super Bowl champs, they have the most to lose if they don't get in there.
Always dangerous to think you can just flip that switch and suddenly start winning. Let's talk about the Vikings, who also could get into the playoffs, depending on what happens tomorrow. Adrian Peterson. Certainly a shot at immortality here. We know what Arian Foster got his offensive lineman for his season. Got him segues.
Right.
Adrian Peterson hasn't gotten his guys anything yet. We'll get your take on that just one second. Let's talk about the mindset of an offensive lineman. What's in your head if you're approaching this and you know what's on the line for your team?
Well, as a lineman, you definitely want this record. I mean, we don't get many accolades as linemen. So to have the Russian leader, the Russian champion, or the all-time Russian guy in your backfield that you block for, that's definitely a feather in your cap. And what those guys are going to have to make sure they do, they're going to have to make sure they cover up people, meaning get a body on the body, stay engaged in those guys, and make sure they can get Adrian Peterson the lanes that he needs to try to exploit this defense. The backside will be just as important as the front side play. So those backside guys, they got to make sure they stay engaged and possibly get those guys on the ground so Peterson could step front side and possibly go backside if he has to.
Break one for 80 plus.
That's right.
He has a couple times this season. And you know if he does get the record, he's got to go better than segue.
Oh, yeah. He's going to take care of them big fellas. I hope it's something real nice, too.
Got to be. Let's go AFC. Things are a little clearer. We know who's in. We just don't know what the seeding is yet. What's the team? Give us the team that has the most at stake tomorrow.
It's got to be the Houston Texans. To me, here's a team that's worked all year long to get home field advantage and can possibly lose it on the last game of the season. I think they know how hard it is to win in the playoffs. Last year, they had a home game that they won, but had to go out on the road and play Baltimore and lost the divisional round game 20-13. They know they want to have home field advantage throughout the AFC because you might face a guy like Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning. So, to me, this team has the most to fight for to make sure they stay as the #1 seed.
Texans get the Colts tomorrow. Houston has never won in Indianapolis. We always win with Lomas Brown.
Thanks, Randy.